Hey guys, it's VEDA day 12, and I'm not hungover, yay! I'm in Dublin City at the moment. I'm just spending about 10 minutes parked up here on the street, so I'm waiting till it comes into the next hour, if you get me. Basically, it was 10 to 1 or so when I got near the car park where I'm going to be parking the car. And if I park there, I'll get charged for that hour, so I'm waiting till after it turns 1 o'clock so I don't have to pay for that hour's parking. Clever money saving tips. So I'm here because I'm going to go look at a new lens in one of the camera shops, and I don't know if it's going to do what I want it to do, but that's why I'm going to go test it out and maybe pick it up as well. So yeah, and didn't get hungover from last night, but I'll tell you guys about that later because we had some very interesting drinks that I took a few pictures of, so I'll talk about those later on. Alright, so I'm just back from Dublin, and unfortunately the lens I wanted to buy doesn't actually work on my camera. The lens I want to get, it's got a stepper motor in it, so the autofocus works while you're recording apparently. I didn't get to try it out, it's just what I've read online, so I'm not exactly sure how functional it'll actually be. But my camera that I use, I'm not using it right now, I don't have it to hand right now, I'm actually using my phone, but the camera I have is the Canon 550D, and it's, well, there's been the 600 and the 650D out after it, so it's 2 models behind. So the lens I wanted to get only works with the 650D, and that camera now has been discontinued as well by the 700D. And it feels like only a couple of months ago when the 650D came out, but according to Wikipedia here, 650D came out in June of last year. I don't know, it feels like only a few months ago since the 650 was announced, and now all of a sudden the 700 has been announced. But basically, this lens that I want to get that has the autofocus while recording video, which is what I really mainly want out of a lens, it's only functional on the 650D, which is now discontinued and unavailable, and the upcoming 700D, which is coming at the end of the month. So basically, I've got two options now. I can either pick up a 650D second hand maybe, or fork out for a new 700D when they come out. So I don't know, I'm going to have a think about that and weigh up my options and figure out what I want to do about that. Well, hopefully I'll get back into town again soon, and I'll be able to try out the lens and actually see if it's worth while actually upgrading my camera, just to be able to use these stepper motor lenses and see if the autofocus is actually any good, because that's the one problem I have with DSLR videos, is when you focus on something and then you change your zoom, your focus doesn't stay focused, if that makes any sense. Anybody who does DSLR videography will understand what I'm talking about. Basically, when you do focus on something and then you change your zoom range, whatever you were focused on is no longer in focus, so it's kind of annoying, and you always have to refocus things and stuff. It's not like a conventional video camera, but those are the joys of DSLR video making, I guess. Oh yeah, so those drinks we were having last night that I mentioned earlier on, basically in our local pub, they do like a cocktail of the week kind of thing, and yeah, last night they had 2 new cocktails on their menu. One was called Moonshine, which I believe had 3-year-old Havana, triple sec, orange juice and fresh lime. But the cool thing was that they served it in a jar. Well, they call it a moonshine jar, but it was basically just a jam jar. I was kind of looking forward to stealing one. I thought it was going to be one of those like airtight jars, kind of like the ones that you kind of like, you clamp them down closed. I thought it was going to be one of those, which would have been pretty cool, but however. But yeah, it wasn't a great cocktail. It just kind of tasted like flat 7-Up, or like a flat lemon drink, I guess. It wasn't that great. Although the other one that they had was pretty cool. It was called Tea for Two. I can't remember exactly what was in it. I'll find out, and it'll most likely be in an annotation here, because I can't remember exactly what was in it. But basically, you went to the bar, you asked for the Tea for Two cocktail, and they filled it into it like a porcelain teapot, and gave you teacups, and that was your cocktail. And it was literally tea for two. It was €9. Cocktails are usually $4.50 each.
so it was like, you know, basically 2 people would get these. So Hal bought a pot and I bought a pot, and yeah, that was a really nice cocktail. Kind of like a really sweet marzipan kind of taste to it. But that was cool, and it was a bit of a novelty as well. I mean, we got some very strange looks walking from the bar up to where we were sitting, like, you know, with a teapot in our hands and 2 little teacups and stuff. And, you know, we had a bit of a laugh about it, you know, making Father Ted and Mrs. Doyle jokes.
Go on, would you not have a drop?
No, thanks anyway, Mrs. Doyle. I'm fine. No, really.
I'll tell you what, Father, I'll pour
Seriously?
It's something different, you know. It's good when pubs try and do something that's a little bit out of the ordinary and something that's a little bit fun, you know. So had a good laugh with that. So just waiting now for a bit of contact from the rest of the lads, and I think we're going to head back down to the lounge. Mark Gilday, who was a finalist, or I don't know if finalist is the right word. He was a contestant and got to like the 2nd public round of The Voice of Ireland. Picture will be posted here, so you know who I'm talking about. But he's playing down in the lounge tonight with the band New Halo, and that should be good crack. They seen him there a couple of weeks ago when Mark was about to do his first live show, and they were amazing. They just play some really good, like, old school rock covers, and you know, some poppy stuff as well. It's just, you know, gets the crowd going. It's really good stuff. So gonna be going down in probably an hour or so, I guess, to see those guys play, and that should be good crack. So I don't think I'm gonna bring my camera down, because chances are I'm going to end up going up to the nightclub afterwards, and I don't want to have to bring my camera up there. So this is probably going to do it for today's VEDA. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow then.